Welcome to another episode of Battle Axe. I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford. We are coming to you from the Ironside Axe Club in Des Moines for the Ironside Open. Some of the very best competitors are here in the world competing for a championship, Bobby.
Absolutely, Joey. It's been a wonderful tournament so far, and I'm looking to see how this action plays out.
Well, if you're new to the program, let's go over the rules before we get the competition started here on this episode. All of the rings are worth 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 points. The red dot is the bullseye. That's worth 6 points. You can score 5 points if you just miss the bullseye, but get it in the ring around the bullseye. Now, on the outermost ring, you'll see that small blue ring. That's what's called the kill shot. If you hit it inside of that blue ring, you get 8 points. If you get the blue ring, you get 7 points. But if you go for the kill shot and you miss the 7 ring or the 8 entirely, you get nothing, Bobby.
High risk, high reward. We've seen a lot of very accurate kill shot attempts here, and I'm assuming we're going to get some in this next matchup.
Yeah, it makes the competition all that more thrilling. Next up, it's Ryan Krieger against Pete Bellinger. Game 3 in this best-of-3 series. Winner go home here in the B bracket.
Absolutely, Joey. It's a very tension-filled match here for both competitors, knowing that if they win, they advance in the B bracket. If they lose, unfortunately, their tournament is over. And it looks like Ryan with a bullseye to get this match started, and Pete not off the mark by too much, but with a 5.
Yeah, Pete electing to go right down the middle, but coming up just a little short of that bullseye, so it's Krieger out to the early advantage here.
Yeah, you know, with the high skill level of all these throwers, going down Broadway, you really want to come away with 6 points. Unfortunately for Pete, he was off the mark. Looks like Ryan going for that upper right-hand side bullseye, and Pete going for that left upper hand bullseye.
Well, they both hit bullseyes. That's back-to-back bullseyes now for Krieger to maintain his 1-point advantage.
Yeah, he has a chance for We Dare Not Speak, up by 1, going into the third throw. And Pete was able to right the ship there on his second throw. Going down the middle is Ryan. We'll see. It looks like it could be popping through on the right-hand side of the blade there for Ryan. And it's a bullseye there for Pete.
Couple more bullseyes from Krieger and Bellinger. It's a unicorn for Krieger to get this winner-take-all Game 3 started. A unicorn. That's, of course, 3 consecutive bullseyes.
Well, it's got to be a great feeling for Ryan in this high-tension matchup here against Pete to have that unicorn to start the match. We'll see if he can continue putting up some positive points here.
Yeah, the unicorn, often a rare sight to see, but not when you've got these pros going at it.
Yeah, the skill level of all these throwers. You're going to see a lot of bullseyes, a lot of kill shot attempts, and a lot of kill shot hits.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. This competition has been thrilling, and we've got a long way to go before we crown a champion. Now a 3 for Bellinger, a devastating mistake there. Another bullseye for Krieger. All of a sudden, he's up by 4.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Pete in this tournament, that's just kind of been the tail of the tape for him. It's just that one mistake that really puts him behind the 8 ball. And fortunately for him, he hasn't been able to make a comeback and overcome that deficit. So we'll see if he can do it here in this winner-go-home matchup here.
He still, of course, has the kill shots in play here on his back half. So down by 5, Bellinger with a lot of work to do. We'll see if Krieger can close it out or if it's Bellinger with a thrilling comeback. A perfect first half for Krieger, 5 consecutive bullseyes.
Yeah, Ryan definitely in the driver's seat here. We have seen in a past matchup Pete go for the early kill shot to try to turn the tide of the match. But that is not the case here in this matchup, electing just to play the board. But a couple 5s by both competitors.
Ryan Krieger is human after all. His first miss as he switches sides. Sometimes that can take you a little out of rhythm. We'll see if he can get back into rhythm here.
Yeah, correct. Sometimes switching that side does affect your throw a little bit, but it looks like he got right back on track with a picturesque bullseye there on the lower right-hand side attempt. And another 5 there for Pete, so unable to pick up any points. And again, Joey, at this point in the match, you just want to start chipping away. And unfortunately, with 3 throws to go, Pete finds himself down by 6. And he's going to need some help from Ryan here.
Bellinger running out of sand in the hourglass. He's got to get aggressive, and it looks like he's going for the kill shot.
Looks like that could be a 6 there for Ryan. An aggressive call going for the kill shot here on his 8th throw.
He's got to have it.
Just to get back in the game here. If he can hit the 8, he'll pick up 2 points, and it looks like he is off the mark, and that is going to be a 0 there for Pete and Ryan now firmly in the driver's seat, looking to take this thing home and advance in the B bracket.
Pete Bellinger just missing that kill shot by a matter of centimeters. Ryan Krieger can coast to victory from here. He's just got to land that axe in the wood.
Yeah, Ryan's going to be playing the board here. One would imagine up by 8. Oh, and Ryan was going for the kill shot there, so being aggressive. But it looks like both are off the mark. What a dangerous decision there by Ryan.
Well, a risky move by Krieger, but it didn't cost him anything. And he's going to get out of here with the win with a 12-point lead heading into the final throw here.
It looks like Pete just going for the kill shot, although he didn't have the kill shot to go for.
Little target practice for these two on their final throw. It's Ryan Krieger staying alive, getting the win he had to have here in the B bracket. 47-36, the final.
Yeah, just a tremendous performance here by Ryan here. He advances in the B bracket. As you can see there, Joey, on the scorecard, 5 consecutive 6s to get this match started. Definitely the start that you want when your back is up against the wall in the B bracket. We will see if he can continue this throughout the B bracket. But unfortunately for Pete, it's the tail of the tape that he's had this entire tournament. You know, he had that one throw there on the 4th. That was the 3 that really put him behind the 8 ball. And unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to chip away at that deficit to come back in this thing. Unfortunately for him, his tournament is over, but I think we'll be seeing him again. And what an exciting matchup.
Well, let's get to another matchup that we saw the beginning of in our last episode. We'll bring you the finish of that series right here on this episode of Battle Axe. It's going to be Tina Rivera Locklear taking on Casey Briggs. Game 2 in this best-of-3 series, it's Briggs who was the winner in game number 1.
Yeah, Casey, a local Des Moines native, up 1-0 over Tina. And Tina, again, has been plagued with drops, Joey. I don't want to give her the announcer's jinx, but unfortunately for her, that's been the tail of the tape for her in this tournament.
Briggs just missing the center bullseye. It's a 5 and a 4 for Rivera Locklear.
And unfortunately for Tina, the second throw has been her real nemesis here. So hopefully this axe sticks in the wood here, and she can just focus up and try to put some positive points on the board. And it does stick in the wood there, Joe, and it looks like it could be a 6.
Couple of bullseyes for Briggs and Rivera Locklear. It remains a 1-point lead for Briggs.
All right, now Tina just needs to keep focusing up on that board. As hard as it is, you need to eliminate the thought of a possible drop. Just get back to her game. It looks like that could be another bullseye there for her. Got to be hoping it's popping in the bottom part of the blade, but ruled of 5.
So Briggs and Rivera Locklear neck and neck here after 3 throws. It's still a 1-point lead for Briggs. Pressure on in this game 2 of this series here in the B bracket.
Well, you can already tell, Joey, in this match, Tina looks way more focused up on the board. The fear of a drop, I think, is as far away as it possibly can be. But again, you want to just keep chipping away. Try to stay within a throw of this game. It is definitely within play for both competitors here.
So Briggs with another bullseye. He extends his lead to 2, 22-20 after 4 throws.
There's a nice throw there by Tina. That could be a 6 if it's popping through. And that blade popping through in the bottom part of the bullseye there for Casey. So a bullseye as well for him going into the turn. 28-26. Briggs with the lead.
A nice first half for Briggs. Rivera Locklear hanging around right in striking distance, down by 2 as they switch sides. Get ready to go here in the second half.
Yeah, so both competitors going for the middle bullseye there and getting a couple bullseyes here. Oh, excuse me, actually. Tina's was ruled a 5. So a 3-point lead. Casey able to extend his lead.
That's a unicorn for Briggs. 3 straight bullseyes.
Yeah, he's throwing with some real confidence here. Just cool, calm, and collected.
Tina's got to hope the top part of that blade is into the red for a bullseye.
Yeah, it's going to be a close call here. You can see on the side cam that the blade for Casey is popping through on the right-hand side, so that's going to be a bullseye for him. So Tina would love a bullseye here to keep pace, knowing that all these decisions are so crucial, but ruled a 6. We'll see if Casey wants to get a look at Tina's throw here, but elects to uphold the ruling.
Well, a ruling Rivera Locklear really needed. It keeps her within 3 of Briggs. He's on fire right now with 4 straight bullseyes.
Yeah, we'll see here if that blade is popping through on the right-hand side there for Briggs. Looks like that could possibly be a bullseye. It looks like a 5 there for Tina, and fortunately for her, it's a 5 for Casey as well. So although she doesn't gain any ground, she doesn't lose any ground either.
Briggs happy to trade points here. He's 2 throws away from advancing here in the B bracket.
Yeah, with a 3-point lead, going for that lower left-hand side bullseye. Tina being aggressive, going for that kill shot here. We did not see the call, but we shall see here. And ruled a 7, so Tina able to pick up 2 points here on Casey. With 1 throw to go, down by 1.
Big throw from Rivera Locklear. It gets her right within striking distance here, heading into the final throw. It's going to come down to this.
Yeah, and we saw both competitors call for the kill shot here, so if Casey hits a 7 and Tina hits an 8, this thing will all be tied up here. Oh, but Tina is off the mark, and it looks like that's going to be at least a 7 there for Casey. And ruled a 7, so Tina's tournament is over.
Well, a great run from Rivera Locklear coming to an end, and Briggs with a great round here to advance 57-49.
Yeah, Casey with just a really nice, consistent round, as you can see there from his 4th through his 7th throw. He had 4 consecutive bullseyes, so that really put him in the driver's seat. And then for Tina, she was able to keep pace, and she did a great job of going for that kill shot there on the 9th throw to hit a 7 and make this thing a 1-point match. But unfortunately for her, she did come up short there on the 10th throw. So unfortunately for her, her tournament will be over. But well fought, no drops for her on this match. So that's got to be something she can carry over to the next tournament. And then for Casey, he advances in the B bracket, and the way that he was throwing, Joey, if he can stay that cool, calm, and collected, it didn't seem like he was really fazed by the pressure. It seemed very comfortable, and we know that if you're comfortable, you can go far in this tournament.
Well, we are just getting this episode of Battle Axe started. We'll have much more action coming up straight ahead here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe. I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby the Blade Bradford here at the Ironside Axe Club in Des Moines for the Ironside Open. It's been a great tournament thus far. We saw a couple of winner go home series earlier in the B bracket. Now we're going to go back to the A bracket where the championship contenders are battling it out, trying to stay alive in that A bracket on the road to the championship. It's going to be Jeff Putney taking on Eli Morton.
Yeah, so our first time seeing both of these competitors. The start of this best-of-3 matchup here, Eli versus Jeff Putney. And it looks like Eli gets started off with a nice flush bullseye. We'll see if that's the case for Putney as well, but ruled a 5.
So Eli Morton out to the early lead here over Jeff Putney. He gets the bullseye right down Broadway.
Interesting to see the approach for both of these throwers. Eli electing to go for the upper left-hand side bullseye, as is Jeff as well. A couple of 5s. So Eli still with the 1-point lead going into the 3rd throw. But we'll see if they continue on the same path here, Joey. They have 2 throws identical. Eli going for the lower left-hand side bullseye. Now we break form here. Jeff going for the upper right-hand side bullseye, and it looks like that's going to be a bullseye there for both competitors.
So still a 1-point lead here for Eli Morton, 17-16 after the first 3 throws.
Eli now going for that upper right-hand side bullseye. Jeff going for that lower right-hand side bullseye. Both players seem very cool, calm, and collected here, Joey.
Yeah, they're really in nice rhythm here. It's been 3 bullseyes for Morton, 2 for Putney, 1-point game.
Looks like we got a unicorn for Eli. We'll see if Jeff can follow it up, and it looks like that's a flush bullseye there for Jeff as well. So both players definitely feeling comfortable in the A bracket here. 29-28 going into the turn.
We've got a thrilling start to this one. These two operating very quickly as well.
Yeah, really similar throwing styles for both of these throwers.
The grip it and rip it method.
And 4 consecutive bullseyes for each competitor here. Eli only with that 1-point lead going into the 7th throw. Going for the upper left-hand side bullseye. He's going to have to be hoping it's popping through on the left-hand side of the blade, and it looks like that's going to be a bullseye there for Jeff. We'll see if he can make up that point. Kind of tough to tell here from the side camera. Wait for the official ruling here from the judge.
There needs to be red on both sides of the blade. That's what the official is looking for.
Oh, it ruled a couple sixes, so we'll see if Jeff wants to challenge, knowing how crucial that 1 point is. So again, if Jeff wants to elect for a second, he can, and he does. So he elects for a second. I don't see any reason why not to, right, Joey?
Yeah, every point just crucial here. And if you think you've got a chance at getting this one overturned, may as well go for it.
Absolutely, yeah. You want to try to take advantage of any point that you possibly can. So even if it's a questionable call, you want to get some other eyes on it, see what they think. But it is officially ruled a 6, and that is the ruling that will be upheld.
So we've got a nail biter here between Putney and Morton. Just a few throws to go.
Yeah, just a really intense, close matchup here. Outside of that 5 there that Jeff threw on his first throw, they've been going throw for throw.
5 consecutive bullseyes apiece.
And this is just the kind of talent that you see, when we're progressing this far into the A bracket. This is the kind of standards that we're going to be set for all these throwers here. No room for mistakes. Both players going for the kill shot.
Back-to-back unicorns here from Morton and Putney. Now they're going up for the kill shots.
Yeah, it's really going to be who blinks first, and it looks like that's going to be at least a 7 there for Putney, popping through the right-hand side. Oh, and a devastating miss there for Eli.
So Putney takes a commanding lead now. He's up by 6.
Both players going for the kill shot here. Very aggressive call.
Love the competitive spirit here from Putney to go up for the kill shot even with a 6-point lead.
They're so confident in their throw, but he is off the mark, and Eli does hit the kill shot. So he hits a kill shot 8 to come back on the last throw to take the victory in this match.
Well, a thrilling matchup from these two, and it's Eli Morton getting the win in game number 1, 55-53. Can't wait to see how the rest of this series plays out. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Absolutely. Those were 2 elite throwers going toe-to-toe this entire match. As you can see there, Jeff started off the match with a 5, Eli with a 6. That was the 1-point lead that lasted until the 9th throw, Joey, where Eli and Jeff both went for the kill shot. Unfortunately for Eli, he was off the mark, and Jeff was able to hit the 7 to go up 6 points. And then in the 10th throw, both players going for the kill shot as well. Eli hit the kill shot 8, and then Jeff was off the mark, so Eli was able to rebound, only being down 1 frame in this match here. So just a tremendous matchup by both competitors. I can't wait to see match number 2.
Well, let's get right to our next matchup. It's going to be Ragnar Beard taking on Leo Branata. Another A bracket matchup here. Game 1 in a best-of-3 series.
Yeah, so Ragnar we saw in our previous episode, and Leo Branata we saw at the World's Championships in Appleton, Wisconsin that we covered earlier this year. So a couple familiar faces here.
Well, Branata and Beard throwing right down the middle. It's Beard off the mark, and it's a bullseye for Branata.
Yeah, so Leo with a nice bullseye here to get this match started. Both players electing to go right down the middle. We'll see what their approach is here on their next throw. Beard elected to go for that upper left-hand side bullseye. Branata going for that lower right-hand side bullseye. And another bullseye there for Leo, and a devastating 3 there for Beard.
Well, they say if you're going to make a mistake in this game, it's
True.
good to do it early.
It's very true. So
Gives you a lot of time to work your way back, but Branata out to a 4-point lead already.
yeah, and a chance at what we dare not speak. We'll see. He's got to be hoping that's popping through on the right-hand side of the blade, which it looks like it is. But ruled a 5 and a flush bullseye there by Beard, so a nice way to gain a point here after that 3 on his second throw.
Yeah, that's just what Beard needed. You don't need to get it all back right away. You can just chip away at it. You got plenty of throws to do so.
Yeah, as we saw in our last matchup, we know the caliber of these players remaining in the A bracket, so they're not going to let one mistake be the definition of their match.
So a couple of 5s here. Remains a 3-point lead for Leo Branata after the first 4 throws.
Yeah, for Leo, he just needs to refocus up, find that bullseye stroke that he started off the match with here. And for Ragnar, he just needs to do whatever he can to start chipping away, getting point after point. But a couple sixes there for both competitors going into the turn. 25-28, Bernada the lead.
An impressive first half for Bernada. Takes a 3-point lead into the second half. They switch sides, and we're ready to go here for the second half.
Well, and this is the point of any tournament, Joey. You know, Leo is in the situation where he wants to keep adding on to his lead. He knows a 3-point lead is not safe enough, and able to pick up another point here on Ragnar. So 30-34, and a chance for what we dare not speak again for Leo. We'll see if he can complete it here. It's going to be hoping to be popping through on the bottom part of that blade there for a unicorn. But another 5.
Beard and Bernada just missing the bullseyes. So it remains a 4-point lead for Bernada. He's happy to trade points with Beard here. Beard's got to get hot, get a bullseye here, give himself a chance.
Yeah, Leo being aggressive, not waiting for Ragnar to throw, and it looks like Ragnar's going to be off the mark. He's going to be hoping that's a 5, but ruled a 3 there for Ragnar. So another devastating 3 for Beard here in this match.
Well, Beard going up for the kill shot. He's got to get it to have a shot.
It looks like Ragnar is off the mark from his kill shot attempt. So Bernada just needs to put the axe in the wood and complete game 1 here. Looks like he's going to go up with him.
Well, Leo Bernada with a 12-point lead. No reason not to give it a shot here. A little bit of target practice.
Yeah, it looks like he at least hit a 7 there, feeling pretty confident in the throw there. And it looks like that could be a flush kill shot there for Ragnar, and it is a couple 8s for both competitors.
Well, nice way for both of these two to finish up this one. It's Bernada with a fantastic round of 58 to get the win here in Game 1 in this best of 3.
Yeah, Leo with a really nice, consistent round. He had a couple opportunities to hit a unicorn there. Unfortunately for him, he followed it up with a 5. But it's still a really impressive round of 58. Nothing but 5s and 6s. And then that hit 8 kill shot there on the 10th throw. We know Leo's a very confident thrower. He takes a 1-0 lead in this match. We'll see if Ragnar can come back. But for Ragnar, in this match here, he just started off that second throw with a 3 that really put him behind the 8 ball. He then followed it up with another 3 there on the 8th throw, which really kind of sealed the deal for this match. So we'll see if he can shake it off. We'll see if he can force a game number 3 and advance in the A bracket. If not, the loser will be heading down to the B bracket.
We'll bring you the finish to this series and so much more straight ahead here on Battle Axe. Stay tuned here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe. I'm Joey Dania alongside Bobby Bradford here in Des Moines at the Ironside Open from the Ironside Axe Club. It has been a thrilling tournament thus far, and we can't wait to crown a champion. But we've got a long ways to go before we do. We're going to bring you all of the action round by round. But before we get to the next matchup, we're going to hear an interview from Eli Morton. We saw him get a 2-point win over Jeff Putney in Game 1 in the best of 3 series between those two. Here he is on his goals for this tournament.
Just finally get over the hump and win something bigger than a local tournament, because something about coming to a bigger one just gets to me and I struggle. So I don't know. Just want to be better than pretty good. I want to not be pretty good and be really good.
Well, it's certainly understandable how a competitor could come to an environment like this and struggle a little bit. The bright lights shine pretty bright here in this tournament.
Well, we know there's a number of tremendously talented axe throwers here, so yeah, it's incredibly understandable for it to be a little intimidated and want to be one of those great axe throwers.
Jeff Putney and Eli Morton going head-to-head here in Game 2 in this best of 3 series. Morton looking to put it away. Putney looking to force a Game 3.
Well, both these competitors had a tremendous first match, and if his goal is to go from being a good thrower to a great thrower, he's on his way, because that was a great matchup, and that was a great throw there to get this match started as well.
Couple of bullseyes from Morton and Putney.
And a part of it too, Joey, we've covered a number of tournaments throughout the history of Battle Axe. Getting used to the bright lights and getting used to the pressure is such an advantage. We've seen a lot of players have to grow and learn how to get comfortable with that over the course of many, many tournaments. So it's just it's time and repetition, and all of these throwers have put their time and effort into their throw, and now it's ready to take the next step to become a champion.
Well, a couple of bullseyes once again here from Putney and Morton. These two with a nice start here in game number 2. It's a unicorn for Putney.
Yeah, and a little bit of role reversal here. Eli with the 5 there on his second throw, and Jeff has been nothing but perfect, so a 1-point lead here for Putney going into the 5th throw now. Still 1-point lead, 23-24.
Nothing but bullseyes from Putney, 3 bullseyes from Morton. Just one little mistake.
Looks like that's a flush bullseye there for Eli, and Putney is off the mark here. He's going to be hoping that's a 5, and it is ruled one. But flirting with that 3, we don't want that, Joey.
Well, we are all tied up, 29 all. Fantastic start for these two. We should have a thrilling finish in store.
Going right down Broadway there is Eli and Jeff, and both with a couple of bullseyes. Just these players are so locked in, Joey.
Yeah, game 1 of this series was so fun to watch, and game 2 just as thrilling.
Yeah, knowing that one of these players has to go down to the B bracket is, nothing we want, but man, this is a tremendously fought battle here. We'll see if Jeff can force a game number 3 or if Eli can shut the door.
Well, throw number 8 coming here. Feels like this one is going to come down to the kill shot.
Eli with nothing but bullseyes except for that 5 there on his second throw, able to overcome the deficit and take a lead. Rule to 6 there for Jeff, so 1-point lead. Both players electing to go in for the kill shot. It's all going to come down to the next 2 throws here, Joey.
Eli Morton with a 1-point lead. That looks like he's at least got a 7.
Yeah, it looks like he's at least got a 7. We're going to get a close look here, see if Jeff's is popping through. Ooh, on the side cam there, it looks like he might hit the 8. Wow. So rule of 7 there for Eli and an 8 for Putney.
Doesn't get much better than this. We've got a tied match heading into the final throw here.
Yeah, 54-54. Both players elected to go for the kill shot. Jeff needs this to stay in the A bracket.
Looks like Eli has it, and a devastating drop.
Wow.
From Jeff Putney. Eli Morton, as long as he hit that kill shot, he's got the win.
I think he hit the 8 kill shot there. Wow, what a devastating finish there for Putney in this match.
And what a big throw from Eli Morton. A kill shot to put it away. 62-54. He's advancing in the A bracket.
Yeah, just a devastating way for Jeff to head down to the B bracket. As we saw from that throw, Joey, it looked like it was at least going to be a 7, possibly an 8. It's going to be in the discussion if it was a kill shot or not. So, but it's all a moot point as it was a drop, and he'll head down to the B bracket with a score of 54. But just a tremendous start for the match here for Jeff with the 4 consecutive 6s. He did let that 1-point lead slip to Eli, but he was resilient and hit that kill shot 8 there on his 9th throw to tie this thing up, to send it into the 10th throw all tied up. But then for Eli, what can you say? He sweeps Jeff here in this very competitive matchup and advances in the A bracket. And with the way he's throwing, Joey, he's got a tough competitor to face.
Well, we saw Leo Brenata put up a round of 58 to get the win in game number 1 in his series against Ragnar Beard. Here's Brenata with his thoughts on the Ironside Open.
It's awesome. I really didn't know a place like this existed. It definitely takes axe throwing above and beyond, which is really nice to see that there's venues fully committed to the sport. The great turnout is here, great competition. This is the first one I'm participating in all 5 disciplines, so I was excited to be here, and this is my 3rd national this year. So
yeah, this is quite a tournament. The competitors are awfully impressive, and the atmosphere just as impressive.
Absolutely. They do a tremendous job here at the Ironside Open, and I'm excited to see match number 2 between Leo and Ragnar.
Beard and Brenata, game 2 in this best of 3 in the A bracket.
Yeah, Leo with a 1-0 lead. Heading into game number 2, Ragnar with a couple 3s there in the first match. We'll see if he can eliminate those and force a game number 3.
A couple of bullseyes right down the middle. Good
Yeah.
start for Bernada and Beard.
Yeah, I'd expect Ragnar to have a very short memory here, knowing the trials and tribulations of being in the A bracket, knowing that you have to have a short memory. As Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw says, you have to be a goldfish. So
That's what these pros do so well. Just one of the many things they do
Yes.
well. They have a short memory. Doesn't take them long to get back into rhythm.
well, you have to have that short memory from throw to throw, let alone match to match, So you see a lot of players, we've seen players in this competition already, that kind of take one bad thing that happened in a previous match and they carry it over to the next matchup and it starts to snowball. But, you see the greats, they're able to really put that behind them, not only match to match, but throw to throw and keep advancing and focusing on the future and focusing on that board.
What a start for both of these pros. Unicorns for Beard and Bernada.
Yeah, so just like our match with Eli and Jeff, both players throwing lights out, not blinking. It looks like that could be another bullseye there for Beard on the lower right-hand side. And we're going to have to see there on Bernada's throw, but rule to 5 there for Bernada.
Throw 5, Ragnar up 1.
So Ragnar in the driver's seat right now. Very important for him to keep piling on points. It's highly unlikely that a 1-point lead is going to last with 6 more throws. Going for that lower left-hand side bullseye. Leo going for that upper left-hand side bullseye. Looks like a couple bullseyes there for both competitors.
A perfect first half for Ragnar Beard. The pressure on here for him in game 2, and he's living up to the moment thus far. He'll take a 1-point lead into the second half.
Yeah, Leo doing a nice job of keeping pace outside of that 5 there on his 4th throw. He's been keeping pace with Ragnar's very impressive start. Couple 6s there for both competitors going down the middle.
Another thriller here on Battle Axe. 6 straight bullseyes for Beard to get this one started. Bernada nipping at his heels, just down by 1.
Well, and this is just one of the most impressive things about all these throwers here. It's obviously you don't want to rely on your opponent to make a mistake, but when both players are throwing at such a high caliber like both Leo and Ragnar are right now, there's no room for error. It's hard to say that Leo's mistake there on this 4th throw with a 5 is like devastating, but as it stands, that's the difference in this match so far.
Well, barring a mistake here, looks like this one's going to come down to the kill shots as well.
And another 5 there for Bernada and another bullseye there for Ragnar, and you can see the call from both competitors. Ragnar flirting with what we have never seen on Battle Axe before, Joey.
Bite your tongue.
I know. I don't want to jinx him.
Ragnar Beard with a fantastic start. Can he put this one away?
Yes, not only can he force a game number 3, but can he do what has not been done before?
Top of that
Ooh.
blade just into the ring. Kill shots for Beard and Bernada. What a matchup between these two titans. Bernada going up for the kill shot, and so too will Beard.
And it looks like Ragnar's going to let Leo go first. All the pressure here on each competitor, honestly. Leo has to hit the kill shot. It looks like he hit at least a 7 there. Ragnar has to keep pace, and he knows, I think, what's at stake. But he is off the mark with a devastating finish for Ragnar Beard.
Well, your heart goes out to Ragnar Beard. What an incredible round he just put up. He had a perfect game going until that final throw, missed the kill shot, and it's Bernada getting the win to stay alive in the A bracket. Now Beard will drop down to the B bracket.
Yeah, we thought Jeff Putney's 10th throw was devastating enough to head down to the B bracket. You have to really feel here for Ragnar Beard. He had a perfect game going into the 10th throw, going for that kill shot. He let Leo throw first, and Leo, with ice in his veins, did hit that 8 to take a lead 62-56. But unfortunately for Ragnar Beard, he was off the mark on his kill shot, and just a devastating way to head down to the B bracket. But just like he showed in this matchup, he's got to put it behind him. He's got to focus. He's got a mountain to climb in the B bracket, and I'm sure he can do it.
We've got much more Battle Axe still to come. We'll be right back here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe here at the Ironside Open for From the Ironside Axe Club in Des Moines, I'm Joey Dania alongside Bobby the Blade Bradford. It has been a thrilling episode thus far. We've seen a lot of matches come down to the kill shots, and they've concluded with thrilling finishes.
Yeah, we've seen some just tremendous matchups by all competitors. We're going to be heading back down to the B bracket here for our next matchup.
Casey Briggs looking to stay alive against Ragnar Beard.
Yeah, so Ragnar with one of those devastating finishes here up against Leo Granada. He had a perfect game going into the 10th throw, and he was off the mark, and that sends him down to the B bracket. Casey Briggs finds himself in the B bracket as well, starting off with a 5, and Ragnar with a 6.
We spoke about it earlier. You've got to have a short memory. It's got to be tough for Beard to just flush what just happened, had a perfect game going, and then just missed a kill shot, and all of a sudden you're in the B bracket. So
Correct.
He's got to have a short memory and get right back to work, keep his tournament alive here in the B bracket.
Yeah, just really stay focused on your throw, stay focused on what, got you that far into the A bracket as well. We are in the point of the tournament, we're heading down to the B bracket. It's going to happen to a lot of competitors, but fortunately for Ragnar and Casey, they made it far enough in the A bracket that they don't have as long of a journey.
Beard so far doing a great job of not letting what happened in his last match carry over into this one. 3 straight bullseyes, another unicorn for Beard.
Yeah, and Ragnar able to just take point after point here from Casey to get this match started, up 18-15. Doing a nice job of capitalizing on Casey's slow start here.
Well, Briggs needed that bullseye.
Yes.
You don't want to get in too big of a hole against a competitor like Ragnar Beard, so he stays within 3, 24-21. I believe that's our first football score of this episode.
It took us a while to get there, but we got there nonetheless. It looks like that could possibly be a bullseye there for Ragnar if it's popping through in the top part of the blade, and it is ruled as such. But I think you can see, Joey, there's a determination there on Ragnar's face. After that devastating loss to Leo in match number 2 of their set, he is focused up on that board, unlike we've seen before.
A perfect first half for Ragnar Beard.
And right on cue, he throws a 5.
The old announcer's jinx works every time.
He's got to be hoping that's a 5, actually, if it's popping through on the left-hand side. Initially.
So Briggs unable to take advantage of the 5 from Beard. It remains a 4-point lead for Ragnar.
It's dangerously close to being a 4 there for Ragnar, so something he doesn't want to do. Doesn't want to open the door here for Casey to come back, but a couple 6s. Ragnar definitely happy to trade points with Briggs for the remainder of the throws.
41-37, Ragnar Beard in the driver's seat with 3 throws to go. Briggs has to get hot here.
Yeah, if he can pick up a point or 2 here in the next couple throws, whether through kill shots or just playing the board, and there's a way to pick up 1 point. Casey with the bullseye and Ragnar with a 5.
So Briggs within 3, 2 shots to go. He's going to go up for the kill shot. Will Beard as well.
Yeah, Beard. No indication from Beard yet. If he goes for the kill shot and misses, Casey's right back in this thing. So electing to play the board is Ragnar.
Looks like Briggs hit it.
Oh, yeah, it does look like at least hit a 7. If it's popping through on the right-hand side of the blade there. Oh, and ruled an 8. So a 2-point swing here for Briggs. We have a 1-point game, Joey.
What else would you expect here on Battle Axe? Another pressure-packed final throw here for Ragnar Beard against Casey Briggs.
Both players elected in going for the kill shot here. Ragnar letting Casey throw first. Veteran smart move here. We'll have to see if it's popping through in the bottom part of the blade. It looks like there from the action cam, Casey is off the mark. And it looks like Ragnar hit at least a 7. So Ragnar will take game number 1 here in this best of 3.
Well, Ragnar Beard living and dying by the kill shot. It cost him last time on the final throw. This time, it puts it away. 59-51 the final here.
Yeah, a little better result there for Ragnar on his 10th throw kill shot. 59-51 is the final, so Ragnar does take a 1-0 lead going into the second match here. But as you can see from the scorecard there, Joe, he started off this match with 5 consecutive bullseyes. He had that 5 there on his 6th throw, but picked it right back up with another couple of 6s. He was just in control of this match from the start. We mentioned it in the actual match. There seemed to be a look of determination on his face that we hadn't seen in previous matchups from Ragnar. So maybe that miss there on the kill shot on his previous match was something that carried over and really kind of lit a fire that we haven't seen before. But for Casey, he just got out of the gates a little bit cold. Unfortunately for him, though, he was able to turn it around and kind of make a game of this thing. So heading into the 10th row down by 1. So we'll see if he can be a goldfish and put it behind him to see if he can force a game number 3.
Casey Briggs and Ragnar Beard. Game number 2 in this best of 3. Will it be Beard advancing in 2, or can Briggs force a game 3 to keep his tournament alive?
Yeah, so we saw the determination take over Ragnar. We'll see if that is the case with Casey Briggs here. Both players electing to go for the middle bullseye. Casey with the bullseye. We'll see if that's the case for Ragnar here. And it is.
So Beard and Briggs with a couple of bullseyes to get game number 2 started. Pressure on here for Briggs. This is win or go home.
Down in the B bracket, if you do lose your set, your tournament is done. So high pressure throws. Looks like that's another bullseye there for Ragnar and a bullseye there for Casey as well.
Back-to-back bullseyes from Beard and Briggs to get this one started here in game number 2, 12 all.
Couple chances for what we dare not speak. We'll see what their approach is. Looks like Ragnar got his and Casey, not to be outdone, got his. Couple picturesque bullseyes by both competitors.
Same way they started game 1. 3 consecutive bullseyes.
So 18 all going into the 4th throw. Another couple bullseyes there for Ragnar and Casey. You can just tell the tone, the shift in tone has happened in this matchup, Joey. Both players know how important this is.
One mistake can cost you the tournament.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be another bullseye there for Casey. We'll see. Ruled a 5 there for Ragnar. So Ragnar with the first mistake of the game here. Casey is able to take a 1-point lead going into the turn, 29-30.
A perfect first half for Casey Briggs. Can he keep his foot on the gas here and force a game 3?
Yeah, both players just doing a tremendous job. That 5 there by Ragnar was not off the mark by much. It looks like that could possibly be a 5 there for Casey if it's not popping through on the top part of the blade. And it is ruled a 5 there for Casey. So
and Beard just missing the center bullseye, so Briggs extending his lead to 2.
a very close call there. Ragnar's not popping through on the left-hand side of the blade. Casey electing to go for that upper right-hand side bullseye. Looks like he hit it, and another 5 there for Ragnar.
Well, this one's starting to slip away for Ragnar Beard. It's now a 3-point advantage for Casey Briggs. He's got 3 throws to go. If he can maintain this lead, we'll have a game 3.
Yeah, we've seen 3-point leads vanish quickly, Joey, so these next 3 throws are going to be very important, and Ragnar able to do his part, picks up a 1 point there on Casey going into the 9th throw. There's the kill shot indication by both competitors.
Once again, it's going to come down to the kill shot here between Beard and Briggs. 2-point lead for Briggs.
Casey electing to fire first here. And Ragnar looks like that could be possibly popping through the top part of the blade there for a 7. Let's get a closer look at Casey's. And an 8 there for Casey and a 7 for Ragnar. So Casey adds to his lead.
So Beard down by 3. No doubt he's going for the kill shot. What about Briggs?
I did not see an indication from Casey.
Well, with a 3-point advantage, you can be a lot more flexible with what you want to do. And he's just going to take the board and get the bullseye, it looks like.
Yeah, if he's popping through on the left-hand side, and it is ruled a bullseye there for Casey and a miss there for Ragnar.
So Casey Briggs forcing a game 3 here with Ragnar Beard. That was a great one. 61-52, the final.
Yeah, just a tremendous bounce-back performance here from Casey Briggs to force a game number 3. As you can see, 7 consecutive bullseyes to get this match started. He had that 5 there on his 8th throw, but went for the kill shot on his 9th to pick up an extra point going into the 10th throw to come out the victor, 61-52. So just we saw it in the match, Joey. You know, there was a shift of tone. Casey was very focused up on the boards. We saw in the first matchup that Ragnar kind of took his focus into overdrive. So both competitors really focused up on the board, really comfortable with their game. It's going to be an exciting match number 3. And you can see there, we've seen this with Ragnar a couple times before. He just got stuck in that 5 ring a little bit, and that really is what put him behind the 8 ball a little bit. But we've seen him throw lights up before, and I'm sure game number 3 is going to be fantastic.
If you want to see the conclusion of this series, you'll have to tune in to the next episode of Battle Axe. That's when we'll bring it to you. Thanks for watching here on MC22.